This is Optimal Startup Daily, episode 388, How to Write Your First Viral Article in 30 Minutes or Less, by Neal Samudre with GoinsWriter.com. And I'm Dan, your host, and I am here every single day of the week, including weekends and holidays, to help you optimize your business life. And now let's get right to it as we optimize your life. Many creatives believe the longer you spend with a piece of writing, the better it is. For me, this isn't the case. In fact, my most popular article was one I wrote in under 30 minutes. It was a cold January night 3 years ago when I had the idea for the article. 20 minutes later, it was in a Word document. I wasn't proud of it then because I wrote it fast. The creative in me was screaming to spend more time with the article, as if this would make it perfect. But little did I know, it was good enough for it to do the job. I published it 2 weeks later. 24 hours later, 20,000 people had already read the article. By the end of the week, traffic reached 5 million. And another week later, a Pulitzer Prize-winning composer wrote a symphony after the article. Back then, it seemed strange that my most popular article was the one I wrote the fastest. Now I know this is the way it works for creatives today. Truth is, you don't need to spend hours laboring over your writing for it to be effective. Sometimes our best writing is the one we touch the least. The secret to fast writing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you need to forego editing. What I am saying is there is a secret to writing viral articles in the shortest amount of time possible. As creatives, many of us want to give space to creativity, to make each article different from others. This is why we spend so long with our writing. Each one follows a different pattern. But in being a copywriter, I learned that each article does not require a new pattern for it to be effective. Instead, each article should follow the same pattern. My secret to writing viral articles fast is this. Each article follows the same framework. If more creatives can learn frameworks to write effective articles faster, then more of the world can see and grasp their art. The framework for writing viral blog posts. Having said this, I want to teach you the same framework I used to write my viral article and several other viral articles since then. It's called the THREAD framework. That's THREAD. Here's what each letter stands for. T is for title, H is for hook, R is for relate, E is for emphasize, A is for apply, and D is for download. If you can adopt this framework into writing each article, you can write faster, better, and eventually get your work noticed. Let's dive into each element of this framework. 1. Title. For the title, you want to think of your reader's problem and come up with something specific to pull them in. Example. 3 reasons why you need to shower 2 times a day. See how specific this is? And it increases curiosity. 2. Hook. You want to grab your reader's attention with the first chunk of text. The best way to do this is by either starting at a point of high drama in your story or addressing the pain your reader feels. Good example. Do you feel like you stink after a full day of work even though you showered in the morning? If people say yes, you're in. Bad example. I was walking in the park the other day. I realized how great I smelled. I kept walking and I noticed the flowers. They smelled great too. This isn't a high point in your story. 3. Relate. This is where you talk about your own experience in this matter. Make the problem personal and engage your readers with a story. Example. I used to stink too. I would come home after work, smell my body, and gag at the stench. 4. Emphasize. At this point, you want to emphasize the cost of not solving the problem you introduced, or emphasize why a person must adopt your main idea. Basically, talk about why it's so important for your reader to make a change or learn your idea. Example. If you don't shower enough, you end up repelling everyone who wants to be close to you at the end of the day. 5. Apply. Here's where you give your reader easy-to-understand points and ways to apply your idea. Example. Here are 3 reasons you need to shower 2 times a day. 1. You need to wash off all that sweat. 2. You don't want to feel sticky when you go to sleep at the end of the day. 3. Showers relieve stress and help you put your day behind you. 6. Download. Jeff actually taught me this after my first viral article. When I published my first viral article, I included no way to follow up with a person. I didn't include an invitation to my email list, and I didn't invite people to comment below the post. I emailed Jeff soon after the article went viral, and he told me this. Make sure you include something at the end of your post to follow up with your readers. So I put one of my self-published books at the end of the article and made hundreds of dollars. Point is, you need an action at the end of your post, and the best action I know of is to ask your readers to download something from you in exchange for their email address. Doing this will ensure you are building your audience over time. Write faster and better. Know that I am not telling you to disavow your creativity. The brilliance of frameworks is they give you an effective template to follow so you can focus more on making your words sing. At the end of the day, it's about impacting more of the world with your work. So use this framework to write faster and better articles. The world is waiting. You just listened to the post titled, How to Write Your First Viral Article in 30 Minutes or Less by Neal Samudre with GoinsWriter.com. Are your credit card bills keeping you up at night? If you have interest rates in the double digits, be smart and pay off your credit card balances with a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. Rates start at 4.98% APR with autopay and excellent credit. And really important, the rate is fixed, so it will never go up over the life of the loan. You can get a loan from $5,000 to $100,000, and there are absolutely no fees. You can even get your money as soon as the day you apply. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that is exactly what they deliver. You can ask our Optimal Living Daily team, and they can tell you. Now, just for my listeners here on Optimal Startup Daily, apply now to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/OSD. lightstream.com/OSD. Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 4.98% APR to 19.99% APR and include 0.5% autopay discount. Lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/OSD for more information. And thanks to Neal for today's article, as well as to Jeff Goins for letting us share it. Neal's current passion is helping you achieve positive change without shame, guilt, and fear. And you can find his site at nealsamudre.com. That's SAMUDRE. And as for Jeff, who is the creator of GoinsWriter.com, he is a super popular writer, the best-selling author of 5 books, including The Art of Work and Real Artists Don't Starve. On his site, you can hear his thoughts on writing, life, and creative work. So you'll hear him narrated across a few of our shows. And if you're looking to share your work, but you're afraid of becoming the starving artist, his site is for you. Lots of great advice there. So come check it out at GoinsWriter.com. And thank you again to Jeff for letting us share his work. But that's it for the Saturday edition of Optimal Startup Daily. Hope you enjoyed the post from Neal, and I will, of course, be back again with you tomorrow, where I'll have 2 posts from Derek Sivers and where your optimal life awaits.